out, we don't count it, just spin. Don't miss, pour 'em all out, then reload it. More drinks, more sips, more time getting spent on text. More things that I gotta confess.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. Ready to get this one going. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Mustang Night Park 7, 18 Rattler.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
79 Broncos, 70 Lions, Cup 19.
Off the play fake, here's Ward. He finds Helm, right side. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. Gain of 15 there. And the Titans have a first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Bronco 80.
He's sending man in motion. First and 10 here. Ward. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
50, 19 Lot, 70 Ranger.
From the gun, it's Ward. The grab in bounds left side. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's good for a Tennessee first down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Throwing now on 1st down. Ward. That one connects. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive.
It's an old adage, but it's a true adage. Speed kills. And gosh, I love that, Kate. Right from the jump, you don't wait to get your playmaker started. Get him the ball early and put a fear of God into this defense.
That one right down the middle. And the Titans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Ready to send this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's out a little short of the 30. The Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10.
All right.
On play action, here's Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack, creating an offense now behind the chains. That's exactly how you're looking to start.
Connects on the crosser. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
So 1st down from the 41.
All right.
Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. And Davion Clowney on that stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Stroud. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from a deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
Stroud gonna go for it. He's got it, complete to Collins. This is gonna make it down to the 24-yard line. One of their biggest plays of the game so far, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here we go.
To the air on 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. Dodge the tackle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Good hit on the ground here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. First give on the ground. It's Woody Marks. The defensive stand here, and they push him away from the goal line. That's back to the 4.
That's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Stroud looking to throw, 3rd and 2. Throw right side, hauled in by Collins. We got the football, Brock, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker. 4th down.
It's a gain of a yard.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. Running for it, Mixon. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Texans finish off their opening drive. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans start off well to tie things 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Making some progress here. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Let's go now. Ready, ready.
It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Warriors 70. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Shotgun snap now to Ward. Has him on the quick hitter. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. We're ready to go with the second quarter, and it's Titans football. They've got it first to begin the fray.
19, 18, Pioneer.
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Quick rally to the catch by the defense, stopping the gain at the 33. They get 19 on that pickup, and the Titans have a first.
Hold it ready. 19, 18.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Titans
On the draw, it's Pacheco. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
19, Cougar 19.
Motioning Iomanner left.
Go.
First down throw here for Ward. That's complete to Alec Iomanner. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a first and goal.
first and goal at the 9-yard line.
Hey. 70 Lions.
They'll run, Pacheco. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans take a second quarter lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown.
For the extra point.
Point after by Mevis is good. And the Titans break that tie and now lead by 7.
Texans 7.
Ready to send this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Off the play action, here's Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
And he's down to almost, nope, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Throwing is Stroud. Has it down close. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
To kick off for Houston.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Fielded at the 7. Showing a little burst so far. And a great run back has the offense just a touch shy midfield to start this drive.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
70 Rangers, 70, 19 tight, 19 tight, 18 Rattler, 18.
Ward's going to throw it. He finds Pacheco out of the backfield. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Tennessee first down. Now, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More from NRG Stadium in just a moment. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Buffalo 18. 69, Warriors 70.
Ward now. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
2nd and 10. Here's Ward to throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Chimere DK, the one he was looking for. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
What's going to throw here on third? Texans closing in, and they get to him. And they come up big on third down there with the set.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
Before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Texans to the line, first and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, Stroud. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch. He was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on this second and inches. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Jaden Higgins, the intended receiver that time. And what will they dial up on third and short?
And less than a yard.
Back to throw, Stroud. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
On their own side, but only need an inch or two here, so they're going for it. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And that short gain is enough for him to set it down. Houston calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
Here we go. Tony.
Here's Stroud on first and 10. Finds the in route complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line.
At the 46-yard line.
Here's Stroud now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they need to get 4 on third down.
Here we go.
To the air, Stroud. Taking a shot deep here. Brought in inside the 20. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line.
First down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone on first. On the move, headed right. And that one is picked off. But wait a second. Oh, he came down out of bounds, so that's just going to be incomplete. Try getting it to Nico Collins. And now it's second down.
All right.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. That's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, you've got a great chance to win.
Short pass brought in. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this fourth down. This only a chip shot from the right hash. This is no good. A surprising miss as he cracks it off the left upright. And this stays tied here in the second.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. We get a timeout. 8 seconds remaining before halftime.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
Looking to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. Looking deep down the middle. Big gain downfield. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Now begin with a run by Mixon. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
118. What's that?
Looking to throw, Stroud. Looking screen, but they intercept it. Picked off by the Ole Miss rookie. And he's going to bring this one back. Gets a pick 6 and a Tennessee touchdown. Wow, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock, to have somebody in position for a pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set, 1st and 10. They go play action with Stroud. Headed out right. Has a man downfield. It's Collins. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Don't you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop, we're playing the same guessing game that defenses are on those kind of plays? Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time to keep...
Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted! Amani Hooker has it. And the Titans take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, depending on which side of the ball you're looking at here, Brock, things have either been very sharp or they've been just awful to start this second half. 2 drives, 2 interceptions now.
I mean, where do you think I'm looking, Kate?
Oh, I know. Where you been looking?
Oh, it's a miserable place to be as a quarterback, just knowing you're hurting your team, not even giving yourself a chance, giving the ball away.
18, go.
Throwing now on 1st down. Ward. Here's a screen set up for Pacheco. Up the sideline, past the 40. And he's finally hauled down at the 43. That goes for 32 yards. And the Titans have a 1st.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on a screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
19 tight. 19. Bronco leading. Panther 18. 5 here.
From the gun, it's Ward. Completed to his running back. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's good. For the Titans, first down. A gain of 11 on the play.
Ready.
First down,
They'll run here with Tajay Spears. Breaks through and breaks away. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. The tackle there by Daniil Hunter.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
18. Panther 50. Panther 60. Dragon 60.
They motion a receiver left. Ward now on third down. Downfield to DK. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch.
And they will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Right, ready to send this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Finds him over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down throw by Stroud. Into the hands of Schultz. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
This is complete to Schultz. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
It's a big strike downfield to Samuel. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans shrinking the lead some in the third. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Texans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Texans 21. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This return starts at the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
19, 18. Mustang 19.
First down throw here for Ward. Trying for the deep ball. And this is intercepted. Kamari Lassiter with the pick. And the Texans take possession just shy of midfield following the interception and the lengthy return.
Intercepted. The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. First and 10.
Oh, hey. 18. What's that?
Stroud off the play fake. Hits his running back. Running down the left side. It won't be a touchdown, Brock, but it sure was close. He winds up out of bounds just about a yard shy of the goal line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Mixon will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans parlay the interception into points. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Point after, up and good by Fairbairn. And the Texans tie us up 28-all. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Returning it from the 4. Things going well so far. Past midfield, and he's got space. At the 20. Touchdown! They return the kick all the way to the house. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Fields this one at the 3. Showing a little burst so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
First and 10, a run to Mixon. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts, the very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
18. What's that? Hey, uno more. Look the hot. Hey.
Shotgun now for Stroud. This is reeled in downfield by Schultz. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's the Texans who have it to start here, and they come in trailing on the scoreboard. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
All right.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. That was just thrown away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Will finding his back, Nixon. And this one doesn't go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
118. Hey, uno. 19 Texans.
On third and long, it's Stroud. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Steadily keeping him involved in their passing game, Brock, but that throw, well, didn't work out the way his earlier targets had.
It kind of felt like, you could see that from the booth, this defense was sick and tired of this running back catching the ball. A whole lot more active in their coverage, and somebody was ready to finally separate the football when it arrived. He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Tennessee first down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
There's a dive up the middle. And he works it down inside the 40. That's a run of 8.
That's not going to show up as a first down gained on the stat sheet, but I don't think they are disappointed with the results. Hey, listen, that's good yardage and a nice change of pace for their ground game.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1.
Come on.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
He'll throw it. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
We have talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4.
679 Broncos. 19 Lions. Go.
He's back to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge next time the ball comes his way.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
From the gun, Stroud escapes the pocket. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They gain 11 on that play. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give the quarterback his numbers, and he can find a completion just like that.
And the stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone.
Oh, ready.
Out of the shotgun to give to Mixon. He's dropped a big stop in a big moment there, Brock. They could not afford to lose yards there.
Down.
Back to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 13.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Here we go. 18. What's that?
Throwing now. Collins there to grab it. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal.
Swap. Mother swap.
Mixon. Starting quarterback run here. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. So it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Let's see what they want to do here. It's 2nd and inches.
How was that? 18. What's that?
Mixon again. And he will not get in. The defense holds. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Here we go. 3rd and less than a yard.
Here we go.
And that is incomplete. They tried for the end zone, but no luck yet, Brock. That forces 4th and goal. Ooh, sure looked like they were sitting on that slate, weren't they, Brock? If a route was going to beat them, it was not going to be that one.
Yeah, we see this route all the time, really at every level of football, because as a receiver, you just want to get inside that defender, and when you do, you hope to find that connect.
And he gets him the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails. Even with a little time left here, Brock, kicking the extra points, probably the safer call.
And with that little time left, even if you do get the 2, still got a chance to drive down, your opponent does, and kick that game-winning field goal. Now you need some way to get the ball back in a hurry, and the chances are so limited.
And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout.
Ready.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Step leading. 19, 5.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their 1st. And nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 46-yard line.
Ready. Hot, 7, 19. Ready.
Right back to Pacheco. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Setting up to pass. And that's going to fall incomplete on the look to his running back, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And this is looking fantastic. Wow, bounces just yard shy of the goal line. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 4. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
All right. 18.
He'll look to throw it. Looking underneath here to Nixon. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. Final timeout called by the Texans. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send it back to the line for 2nd.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Higgins downfield, and he has it. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st. Hurry up offense now as time runs down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And they spike it with time left for one play. 5 seconds to go. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go. 18. What's that? Hey, uno. Hey, south.
Here he is to throw. Hits him on the out route. And the tackle's made, so no miracle touchdown to the buzzer. This game's over. So it's a win on the road for the Titans. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans are your winners, as we'll see you next time from Houston.
blades are sharpened with precision, flashing your favorite point of view. I know you're waiting in the distance, just like you always do, just like you always do. Already pulling me in, already under my skin, and I know exactly how this ends. I let you open just to watch me bleed. Gave up who I am for who you wanted me to be. Don't know why I'm hoping for what I won't receive. Falling for the promise of the emptiness machine. The emptiness machine.